Burek is an architect and an active member of the Czech community. In 2008, Paul was elected president of the Cultural Garden Federation, a position he continues to hold. Paul joins a long list of committed leaders of the gardens dating back to Charles Wolfram and our inductee Leo Weidenthal. And as Paul comes up, many people have mentioned the cultural gardens. I just have to add, if you haven't been there in the last few years, you have to go visit the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. They are a true treasure of the city, and be sure to save a lot of time to be able to visit all of the gardens. They're terrific. Paul Burek will be inducting Leo Weidenthal, and accepting will be Leo's grandnephew, Bud Weidenthal. Paul?
Good evening. One of the dilemmas of being next to last speaker is that you have to follow all these great acts, Mr. C. We will not be singing it. One of the nice things is to hear how many of the inductees and inductors had some encounter with the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. The Cleveland Cultural Garden Federation is so proud of the 26 nationality gardens clustered along Martin Luther King Boulevard and up the hill along the East Boulevard. But this unique city park, embodying the numerous cultures of the people that built Cleveland, would not be here if it were not for the man we are about to honor tonight. Leo Weidenthal was a journalist, capping his career as the editor of the weekly newspaper The Jewish Independent. He was also an avid fan of Shakespeare, orchestrating the installation of the bust of Shakespeare in what is now the British Garden in the year 1916. With that, the idea of nationality gardens was born. Thanks to the dedication and the vision of Mr. Weidenthal, an area within the Rockefeller Park was designated for nationality cultural gardens. And in 1927, the Hebrew Garden was first to be established, starting a chain of dedications through dedications that brought us this gem where nature and culture meet to celebrate our civilization. Mr. Weidenthal's dedication and financial support made this possible. Mr. Weidenthal was also founder of the Cleveland chapter of the National Conference of Christians and Jews. You can see much more of his accomplishments in the biography that's in the program. It is his concern for humanity and dedication to that cause that we honor here tonight. May his work be a guiding light to us all. And when you have a doubt about any of your endeavors, I encourage you to take a walk through the Cleveland Cultural Gardens, the legacy inspired by Leo Weidenthal. It's my pleasure to present the award to Bud Weidenthal, who will be receiving the statue.
I may be the only person in this room who can personally testify that Leo Weidenthal could not sing. But if he could, he would sing the same song because he loved Cleveland. He was born here, died within the boundaries of the city of Cleveland 87 years after that. One of his wishes when he got older, and then when he got sick, is that he wanted to continue to live in Cleveland. He refused even to move outside the borders into the suburbs. He loved the city, and I remember him telling me that as he sat in his apartment on Stearns Road, which is now, I believe, Martin Luther King Boulevard, he would say, you know, they're widening that road, and that may be good. He said it makes it easier for them to get in, but it also makes it easier for them to get out. And he lived by himself until he got older, when he lived with his cousin, with his nephew, David Sperling. As I said, it is a privilege to accept this honor for my great uncle, who was great in more ways than one, I can assure you. I knew him. He had a wonderful sense of humor. He was a scholar. He was a tough reporter. He covered City Hall for the Plain Dealer, and the members of the City Council dubbed him Leo the Lion of Willowdale, which was the English translation of Weidenthal. And when he left, when my grandfather died, he left to take over the Jewish Independent. They named a street for him on the west side of Cleveland, Willowdale Avenue. And that's unusual for a reporter to get a street named for himself, I can guarantee you. Most of them are kicked out and they say, good riddance to you. Well, I was fortunate enough to know Leo very well. He taught me much of what I knew later in life and had to use. He was a Renaissance man, and a rare combination of a tough-minded, very successful journalist, a scholar, an idealist who loved and believed in Cleveland and all its people, as I've said. A rare scholar journalist for his time and perhaps for any time. I just wanted to read, in case you miss it, in the last paragraph of his biography. In 1962, Louis Seltzer, who was my boss for many years, wrote in a column dedicated to Leo, "You, Leo, are a great citizen of your home city, and in your lifetime has helped as much or more than any other in your generation to keep it great." And I think that pretty much says it. On his behalf, I want to thank you all for being here and for the group for giving him this honor. Thank you very much.